Ossie Michelin is a former journalist with APTN. Right now, he's an activist advocating for the Make Muskrat Right campaign. He's in Ottawa with the 3 hunger strikers from Labrador, and he joins us now. Thank you for joining us, Ossie. Long time no see.
Yeah, thanks, Michael.
Now, you've been in Ottawa since the weekend. How much headway did you make with politicians?
Well, we arrived on Saturday, had a nice big rally with about 200 people showed up on Sunday, and then Monday we started meeting with people in government. We spoke with our local MP and Deputy Minister of Indigenous Affairs, Yvonne Jones. We also spoke with Amnesty International, and we're meeting up with Senators Charlie Watt and Murray Sinclair this afternoon. And we've also spoke with Charlie Angus from the NDP, and we're looking to speak with Romeo Saganash once he gets back in town with the NDP as well. So we're speaking to lots of people in the federal government and within the Senate as well.
All right, extensive lobbying efforts. Now there's another tactic going on. Earlier today you tweeted 4 demands that will end the hunger strike of 3 people. Can you explain those demands?
Well, they're not really demands. They're just more of this is what they think is needed in order to complete their hunger strike. Now, they're asking that, that there be more research, that the research be independently done and peer-reviewed in order to mitigate methylmercury. They say that there needs to be engineering and environmental proof and research showing that if Nalcor wants to do a test flood or the phase 1 of flooding, like a small amount of flooding, that it's absolutely necessary. And then if they do go ahead with it, they need to prove, they need to use this as a sort of a test case to show exactly how this will affect the soil in the area, and it has to be the minimum level for the minimum amount of time. Now, they also say that the independent survey, the independent research that they're looking for has to determine which areas of soil needs to be removed to keep the amount of methylmercury at the very, very lowest, and that also the federal government has to act and comply with their regulatory responsibilities and act in a sort of an integrated monitoring system going forward in the future. So we're not just relying on the province and the company to provide us with the information. So all really reasonable stuff, and like we've been saying all along, it's not that we don't want this dam, we just don't want to be poisoned. So they can build this dam in such a way that they won't poison our fish and game stocks that we rely on to live in Labrador. Okay.
Well, where do you see things going now, Ossie?
Well, this afternoon, the Premier of the province, Dwight Ball, is meeting up with the 3 Indigenous leaders in Labrador, and they've all received copies of these 4 requests from the hunger strikers. And right now, it's their next move. We're hoping that they will do the sensible thing, that they'll do what they need to do to protect Indigenous people, to protect Canadian citizens, to protect the people of Labrador from poisoning our #1 source of food. We are already losing our caribou. The George River caribou herd the population has plummeted. We can't afford to lose our seals. We can't afford to lose our fish. And that's why these people are fighting. And we hope that our provincial government and our Indigenous leaders hear our message.
Well, Ossie, you just spoke a lot about the intellectual level about what's going on and the political level. How is this hitting your heart?
I've already admitted that my father's trap line, in which my family has trapped on for generations, will soon be underwater. That's something that I've accepted now. It's gone. I went back last summer and said goodbye, but now it's the fact that our culture is completely based around hunting and fishing and gathering from the land, and that this is what's under threat, and that we need to protect this for future generations and for ourselves. I cannot imagine Labrador without fish and seals. I'm already having trouble imagining it without the caribou. This will completely destroy our way of life and who we are, and that's why we're fighting so hard with everything that we have, because we need to do this. We have no other choice. We don't want to do this. We have to do this.
All right, Ossie, thank you so much for telling our audience your feelings.
Thank you, Michael.